So William, we've landed out to Thoresby today.
Yeah.
Is it north of Nottingham?
Yeah, 10 miles north of Nottingham.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So are you predominantly a veg kind of operation?
We have quite a lot of owned land and contract farmland. Most of the owned land is on very light sandy soils here at Thoresby, and a lot of the heavy land we farm is all contract farmed or rented, and the heavy land is sort of on a basic combinable crop rotation. And here on the sand we're growing quite a lot of packing potatoes, carrots, onions, maize for AD, sugar beet, a bit of milling wheat, and we rent quite a lot of land for outdoor pigs as well.
Perfect. And what is your job role within Thoresby itself?
I've got the grand title of farm manager. I think that basically means the buck stops for me whatever happens.
And Thoresby, is it based on quite a heritage site up here?
Yeah, so we're literally in the middle of Sherwood Forest. The major oak where Robin Hood lived is literally 2 miles over the back here, so we're a proper bandit country. The estate itself here is about 8,000 acres. We farm probably 2,500 acres of it, the rest is woodland. We run cattle and sheep in the woods as sort of a heritage grazing operation to try and get to Sherwood Forest back to where it was. So we run 130 longhorn cattle and about 400 Hebridean sheep in the woods. So they live in the woods all summer, and they come out to calve in the autumn, and then they go on arable field in the winter.
Well, obviously a lot of machinery mixed in with that. So we were out with you this morning with the spud picking.
Yeah.
Well, spud harvesting.
Yeah. So they were lifting spuds this morning. So those spuds are quite a new thing for us, really. We're growing a few crisping potatoes this time. They'll go and be washed this afternoon, and they'll be into crisp tomorrow. The majority of our potatoes go straight to supermarkets, so we're supplying some pretty big retailers direct to pack house and straight into store. Our soil type means basically spuds don't last very long in the pack, so literally it's got to be 36 hours from out of the ground into a pack and onto the shelves. We're quite lucky, we've got quite a big potato harvest of what we do, but we've got to be able to get on when we can to supply customers.
Yeah, because you're running the Grimme, she's a 220, isn't she?
Yeah, Varitron, yeah. It works really well. Majority of our spuds go into boxes, so that 220, it has that 2-ton bunker. It really helps when we're boxing. You know, it aids no end of efficiency, turning around the ends and stuff like that. And when you've got wet spots in fields and things, it means we can just get the trailers out of the way and save ourselves no end of time. It's a nice bit of kit. And
do you tend to run? Would you tend to run the harvester straight into the spuds the way it was this morning? We say with the topper on front.
With the top still on. So normally with the baking spuds, with the big spuds, we flail the tops off and spray them to set the skins, because the ideal is the more baking potatoes we can get in our samples, the better. And obviously a baking potato needs a set skin. With these crisping spuds this morning, because they're going straight into a pack tomorrow, the skins don't have to be set. So again, it's quite rare, but we have a set of triple toppers that we go and we flail off 2 or 3 weeks before harvest and spray the crop with a desiccant after that.
Speaking of spraying, anyway, you have got a little bit of, I haven't seen this kind of sprayer before, but you might tell me a little bit about it, because you were saying it is your new baby. Yeah,
it is my new baby, yes. We bought a Dammann this summer. It's come home, and I think the sprayer man's in love with it nearly as much as I am. We really like the simple German engineering of it. It looks really well made. It looks good, to be fair, in the colour it is. The sprayers are busy 10-11 months a year here. At the minute he's round the spuds every week, he's round the onions every week, he's round the carrots every week. So yeah, he's got a busy time.
But this is obviously probably one of the busiest seasons for you.
Yeah. So autumn's pretty busy for us. Coming towards the end of cereal harvest, we like to get on cutting wheat, because we get in September and we start picking onions up, and we'll start lifting spuds heavily as well. Yeah, it gets pretty manic then, trying to do everything at once. We like to get that cereal harvest out of the way, done and dusted, so we can hit the veg properly. Next couple of weeks it'll get pretty intense.
out yesterday with your 2 Claas combines, and you'll be back out again later on today.
Yeah, back out in some wheat today, yeah, hopefully, if it doesn't rain again.
Yeah, because the forecast hasn't really been too truthful.
They've been useless, honestly, they've been useless. So,
yeah, but we caught them yesterday in the beans.
Yeah, in some winter beans, yeah. So we're growing them for seed for a company called Sonova, just as another break crop on the sand, just to try and try something different really. Again, first year we've done them. They're in some pretty average crops yesterday, but yeah, no, a couple of fields we've done all right.
And obviously, you've got the 2 Claas combines, so you must prefer the Claas.
Yeah. No, we love the Claas combines, and we went through a phase a few years ago of changing them every year, and yeah, no, we love the product. The Claas backup from Claas Eastern is second to none. You know, we've bent headers on Bank Holiday Sunday night at 7 o'clock, and literally it's been a phone call, come pick a header up, and we're going again within an hour, which is, you know, at this time of year we need that backup. So yeah, no, it's great.
And you've got the 760 and a 7500.
Yes, yeah. So we had a 7500 last year, a new one, and ran it against 760. We used to be both 760s. We don't chop a lot of straw. We bale a lot of straw and sell it to the pig guys here. So the extra horsepower in a 7600 we didn't think we needed. The driver will probably tell you different, but yeah. So no, and they both go really well. We really like them, and having the flexibility of 2. We probably could cut the area we cut with one big one, but we have different customers to keep happy with the contract farming customers and stuff like that. We like to be able to have the ability to split them and keep everyone happy, hopefully.
And your combining season is surely coming to an end soon,
yeah,
so you can get into the veg a bit harder.
Yeah, try and get that wrapped up as quick as we can. But yeah, so we're blessed. We've got these 2 big combines, and we've also got a 75 tonne an hour dryer where we're going today. So yeah, no, we can rattle the corn through even if it's not quite fit, and to get the job done for September. Really, we don't want to be messing around in September cutting wheat. There's bigger, better things to be doing, really, to be honest. But,
and do you find the weather has impacted you quite harshly this year? Yeah,
it's been extremes, really. You know, it's been whatever we haven't wanted it to be, and here on the sand we irrigate a lot. We have 25 irrigators, so when it comes really dry we can mitigate some of that, but it just puts a bit of pressure on, and yeah, we have about 1.2 million cubes of licence. We can soon rattle through a big chunk of our licence when we get going. You know, the packing potatoes take a lot of water. You know, it's not uncommon to go through the packing spuds 11, 12, 13 times with a pass of water, so you know, every week we're on it, and yeah, so we can mitigate that a little bit, but you know, it's a typical farmer moans about the weather all the time, don't they? So I've got to do that. But yeah.
No, but it's been absolutely lovely to come down here and obviously see the grounds that you work on, because
thanks for coming.
Such a beautiful kind of area as well.
Yeah, it's a nice part of the world. Yeah, it's a nice part of the world.
But thanks a million for having us out, and we look forward to seeing a bit more.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.